Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again. First of all, thank you for my new subscribers. You're my badges of honor. I am very honored to have you and to give you free, good content. Um, Today I wanted to talk to you about the 1988 Friday the 13th Part 7, the Carl Buechler one, directed by Carl Buechler. First of all, rest in peace, John. You're a great horror director, and they fucked you over with this movie. They neutered this movie, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about this specific movie. I already reviewed this movie, but the reason why I wanted to review it is to show you what they actually took out of the scenes, like mostly the kills. And that's just the kills. There were a lot of scenes, like dialogue scenes, just stupid, but a little bit character development scenes that they put out of there that were kind of important to know when, let's say, carry two, because eventually you have this house of kids where you have this group or holding this party of for the guy's brother, but he then dies because of Jason, and then you have another house that belongs to this widow with her daughter, and this psychiatrist is following them. And the daughter apparently, uh, when she was young, her daughter, her father was fighting with her mom, and she was hitting him. He was hitting her, of course, and she ran to the all the way to the dock area, and she got in a boat, and she did like this. I never want to see you again, and he's like, no, 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 and he is basically took down through the dock and being buried alive underneath and of course also suffocated alive underneath the water. And she always saw herself as a murderer doing that. And her mom says, "You didn't know what you're doing then, baby. You weren't mom. You weren't. You're not a murderer. It was just a very emotional day that day, and this and that." So, basically, now I don't want to talk about more about the movie. You gotta see my review if you want to see more about the characters and who's a jackass, who's an asshole. There's a twist and this and that. But we're gonna talk about the deleted scenes and the more um, the, the things we could have had. And I actually say the goriest one, in my opinion, was always Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter with Tom Savini special effects. And I gotta say, that one's pretty gory, although he has a the extended cut, an uncensored cut of that one too, but it's not very wow. It's still basically the same. It's instead of the corner guy getting one uh, slide with one slice with with the saw, he gets like three saws, and then his head's pulled off. And then when the Jason cuts the nurse, she cuts him all the way down, and the guts are falling off. You have a few, and then the drifter, the hippie drifter, also gets killed in a more horrible way, and that's it actually. Um, in this movie, you get a lot of fucked up kills. So let's start with the first one. The first one that I'm hoping to do them in a chronological order. You have this guy they're on a tent, and he wants to fuck her, but she wants to have it warm first, so he has to go to get wood. So he goes to get wood, and eventually what happens is this scene. And horny young woman, and she thinks her boyfriend's out there, but the guy had a machete, so Jason has his his machete back, his weapon, his kind of weapon. Sorry, and he slices the tent open, and then you get this. Count them, 1, 2, 3. I think 4 times, but I'm not sure. The fourth whack is basically her head just explodes. Then you have the next kill. Which one was that? Oh yeah, the couple. They're also going for a night swim. He's like this rich daddy's boy, and she's with him for his money. She goes in the water, but eventually she doesn't die in a very spectacular way. I just think she just gets stabbed or drowned or something. I think she gets drowned, but he, so the guy is, taking off his clothes. He's horny as fuck, and then he sees Jason standing near him, and Jason with the machete, bam, vertically just slices him, and you can see like his face is like slashed like this, like two parts of the skin are hanging like this, and you can see the nose is in half, and the mouth is in half, and that's a pretty cool scene. Here you have it.
This way, please. Right through, come on.
The next scene is actually the one that was a shame that it's too dark, actually, because you can't see a lot. Maybe the fact that they're, I don't want to be a racist here, but they're the two black people in the movie. Although the girl, you can see what's going on, but with him, it's too dark, and you can kind of make out what is happening. So they're making out in their what's it called, their little van, their hippie van, and they're making, and then something is pushing against the van, and eventually they get out, and they think it's Michael, and they get out like happy birthday, huh? I bet you it's Michael. I'm gonna look for him. I'm gonna look for him. Michael, and he has this trumpet. Michael, and I'm thinking to myself, is he actually you? It's like, is 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 it a coincidence that his name is Michael?
Ben, are you coming back or not?
Michael, You know? I don't know.
Ben, where are you?
Also, what happens with Pearl?
Ben!
So she
Michael?
gets the trumpet to her
I'm
eye.
talking to you.
Oh,
Stop screwing around!
stupid. I don't know this hippie, these this doobie couple, you know, smoking joints. This guy is like a stoner, and at some point, this happens.
So what'd you bring me?
So
What's the matter? You got food in your mouth?
his girlfriend. Eventually,
Okay,
I
Mr.
didn't
Caveman.
make the video.
Stop right
Just-
there.
Then you have one more cool kill that I thought, oh yeah, that should be in there. That's the moment when the douchebag scientist is actually wanting her to take back for the weapons department, because you know they want somebody with telekinetic powers that would be would they will pay billions of dollars for her powers. So that's what he wants. And even if it means when Jason attacks them, just taking the mom and letting Jason pull the machete into her body. So he's an asshole, and even then he's trying to lure her. No, Jason took her. She's dead. Come with me. She's dead. Why? Come with me. And she goes to her mom. No, no, no. And then Jason comes got fucker down, you know. Piece of shit. And then after that one, I think you got most of the kills. Yes, you've got then the skirmish. Then the fight begins between Carrie. I call her Carrie too. And Jason, zombie Jason. Yeah, and especially in this one, it's zombie Jason. You know, with I think he looks pretty cool with the ribs poking out, and yeah, the skull being when the blood's coming out of the skull, the straps between the straps is like puke. It's like pus. It's pretty gross. Pretty gross. In any way, these are the pictures I found. I know they're not the best quality. They're VHS quality at best. Um, Maybe there's not. I believe there's not yet a re-edited version that came out in honor of John Carl Buechler. I mean, they did that with Friday 13 Part 2 because he had a few cool added kill scenes. Yeah, the spear scene and the extended machete kill scene with the guy in the wheelchair, the guy in the bear trap, his throat getting slit when he's upside down. I mean, there are a lot more. I believe that movie came out in a better restored version. I mean, My Bloody Valentine's Day came out with 11, 12 minutes of pure kill scenes. Still, you can still, even though it's repaired, you can still see that it's a little bit more uh, like grimy looking, but it's very. I mean, it's very. You can see what's happening, and in this one, you can see what's happening, but for some, you gotta squint your eyes a little bit, but you can still enjoy the great gore because I with this movie I actually gotta say maybe this one is the most goriest one from part 1 to 8. No, maybe it's not. It could be my third favorite um, Friday 13 movie, A New Blood. So, that being said, I hope you like this and enjoy. Bye.